Hello, everybody. After 2 days of or 3 days of absence, we are back. And the subject of our discussion today is an Igbo item that is edible, part of the Igbo food, which I consider to be extremely important. Ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, I want to throw a question at us. Is it conceivable, ladies and gentlemen, that an entire nation or an individual or a group will make up its mind to habitually eat food that is bitter? I know that individuals shun bitter medicines. So why would a nation, an entire nation, decide to turn foods that are bitter into their favorites? Listeners may already be thinking, did Remy have a drink or two today? I did not drink. What I drink a lot these days is water. Most people on this channel are Americans. You will say water. Well, we will say water in Nigeria. That's my favorite drink for now. I didn't have a drink, so my lucidity is 100%. The Igbo people love the bitter foods. The two bitterest ones, the onubu and the otazi. If there is any regret I have for leaving home, it is that I'm not able to eat them every day. And ladies and gentlemen, these two foods are extremely bitter, but Igbos love them. In the case of onubu, the first one, before most Igbos eat it, a little of the bitterness is washed away. A little, not all. But what about otazi? It is eaten with all the bitterness. So the question again is, why does a nation, this nation, enjoy these foods that are bitter? If these foods are medicines, if they are pharmaceuticals, if they are medications, trust me, nobody on this channel would like to get a glass of water and begin to swallow them. But Igbos love them. Why do I say that we would all shun them? Because they are extremely bitter. Yet, most Igbos, every Igbo, not most Igbos, talk to 100 Igbos today, ask them their favorite soups, ofe. Up to 80% will tell you onubu. And by the way, onubu, the term onubu may be related to inu. Inu means to be bitter. It is so bitter Its taste is like the taste of chloroquine or quinine. Yet, Igbos love it. Well, I will wait for your answers, but I will also provide my own answers. Igbos habitually eat bitter foods because the instruction, the advice, the knowledge that they are beneficial came from religion. The ancient Hebrews, if you like to address them in Igbo language, you may say the ancient Igbo, because Hebrew is the English term for the word Igbo or Igbo. The ancient Hebrews were eating bitter herbs. That was why they were not filled with consternation when God, speaking through Moses, told them to eat it on the night of the Passover. What was new was eating it that night. But before then, these people whose ancestors were attentive enough to hear the voice of God, I am referring to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jacob's sons. They were attentive, so they heard God. They listened to God. They knew when He was talking. And they caught that one, that there is life in those bitter foods. That is why the Igbos take joy in eating the bitter foods. The instruction to eat them came through religion. You know that no matter how difficult an individual is, he respects the unknown. That is why the Igbos began to eat them, and they began to be sweet to the Igbos, because it's habit. I will take a trip to Moreno Valley very soon and stock up. I will spend a lot of money to get to Nubu and Otazi and continue to gush them, because there is life in them. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you've just had tonight is why the Igbo people love foods that are bitter. They love foods that are bitter because when God commanded that those foods should be eaten, they ate them. And interestingly, those foods are connected to their freedom from Egypt. Can you see why they never forgot? As the Igbos did not forget this, so will they not also forget the other commands from the Almighty God? And those we have forgotten, we will remember. And on this note, I plead again, hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so. Share widely. Get your friends to do the same. The information you will get from this channel, I guarantee you that you will find them nowhere else. Ultimately, this channel will develop into a major news outlet where the information about us will be emanating from. In my conversation with a brother that visited me today, Jonathan Fortier, I told him, we have done so much. When I say we, I mean Igbos that came from Nigeria and the Igbos that were cut off from the Igbo nation 300 to 500 years ago, when human trafficking to supply the plantation owners was in vogue, I told him that we have achieved a lot, done so much in the world, done so much for the world, but that we don't know what we have done. That is why we do not highlight them enough. But if you subscribe to this channel, you will be encouraging us, you will be supporting us to keep on getting these stories out. And ladies and gentlemen, these stories are very vital for our upward movement. And on this note, I wish you a very, very, very good night. Have a restful sleep. Thank you.